With more now on the plans, Republican Congressman Mike Johnson of Louisiana joins me. He's also a member of the House Judiciary Committee and its subcommittee on immigration and border security. Good to have you here, Congressman.
Thanks, Arthel. Great to be with you.
Thank you. So have you spoken with the president about his strategy and logistics for the National Guard troops at the border? And also, Congressman, as part of the subcommittee on immigration and border security, how would you advise the president to proceed?
Great questions. We've been urging the president since he took the oath of office to be serious about border security, and he has been. You know, it's been a major priority of his. He's said it all along, even on the campaign trail, and he's following through with that, so we applaud it. The devil is going to be in the details, but we certainly think this is the right step. Congress has failed to act because... Go ahead.
No, I just was going to ask you, can you give us some insight on those details?
Well, he's discussing with governors in the border states and elsewhere around the country right now. The Department of Defense is working with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection to work out the details. They've set up a new cell, a border security cell through the Pentagon that will work with logistics on deciding exactly how many troops and what exactly their operations will be. We know they're going to help with surveillance. We know that they'll help with operational support, fleet mechanics, things as simple as that, and also with maybe some air surveillance, which would be a big help as well. We know that Customs and Border Protection is welcoming this assistance. We desperately need it because, Arthel, you know, we all know, we have a porous border, and it's a serious national security concern. You know,
I want to take a look at some numbers, Congressman. Now, in 2004, Border Patrol agents arrested approximately 1 million illegal aliens at the southern border. In 2014, 10 years later, they arrested close to 480,000. And last year, border agents arrested almost 304,000 people trying to cross illegally. So you see those numbers are going down. So without the hyperbole, not that you would be hyperbolic, but, you know, tell us, though, the alarming, what is we don't want to alarm U.S. citizens, right? So that drug dealers and killers are just illegally coming into America at alarming rates. What is the real problem, Congressman, at our southern border with Mexico? How threatening is it, and how do we fix the problem?
Well, we do know that it's a porous border, and that's a serious problem. And while the numbers went down a little bit after President Trump took office and the new Congress took our seats, that was because I think effectively there was a new sheriff in town. The message was that we would be tougher on border security, and I think that message got out. Now, however, we've seen an uptick again. In the month of March, we saw a pretty dramatic increase in the numbers, and now we see the caravan, the infamous caravan now that's been moving towards the border. The message that we have to send to the world is we're serious.
Messages, Congressman. We don't want to mix messages. That's the whole thing. I mean, this is definitely serious. You're right. The border is porous. There has been some improvement, of course, but and I don't think anyone wants illegal people crossing illegally, especially not the bad actors. So I just want to be clear on the facts here. And in that caravan, they weren't like coming in droves to our country. That was a protest to show the journey from Central America to Mexico, then for those who could get into America, you know, so that's not exactly what happened there. Right. Go ahead.
Well, no, but the protest is a symbol of the problem that people around the world from Central America and elsewhere along the southern border, as the greatest and most recent example, that they're not certain we're going to be serious about securing that border. That's why the president talks about the wall all the time. That's why we have to devote these resources. Very important job. The most important job of the Commander-in-Chief, the President of the United States, is to secure the nation. And the reason that it's alarming to many is because we know that MS-13 gang members, we know that hard narcotics and other problems are coming through that porous border. So we have to do this. It's a matter of our national sovereignty and the rule of law.
Will the wall stop those bad actors from coming in? And will we ever see a wall built down there?
We're going to see parts of it. It's already beginning. I think $1.6 billion has been allocated by Congress so far. They're using the money right now to shore up the existing wall and fencing and the rest. But that's why the National Guard is being dispatched by the president, because they need that operational support. They need the backup to get this critical mission done. And until the wall and large portions and the rest of the border is fully and totally secured, we have to do this important job. It's necessary for everybody in this country for safety, and again, it's just as a basic matter of national security.
And quickly, Congressman, the president says the National Guard troops will stay down there until that wall is built. Is that a good idea?
Well, I suppose so, until the border is secure, and I think we're all defining right now exactly what that means, how the mission will be defined, and what the termination date will be. But everyone's cooperative, the border security, the National Guard, the Department of Defense, the Pentagon, everyone's working together, and that's exactly what the American people expect and deserve.
Except for the governor of California.
Well, we'll deal with him later. Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes.